Hello everyone, welcome back. This is my bathroom. As you can see, it's been a little bit since we've cleaned it. We've been focusing on the shower over there for the past couple of months, trying to get the mold out of silicone, but it hasn't really worked as well as we're hoping. So, as you see, we've got some mold buildup over here. We've actually got some mold in the sink here and on the O-ring. So we're going to get into this, and I'll see you guys in a moment. I've got some gloves on. Alrighty, we have our gloves on. We've got a chuck swipe. We're just going to quickly wipe down all the excess water that's over here. Anyone who doesn't know with pop-up plugs, they just twist down. They're actually in two sections. This section here can actually twist out as well, but we don't need it to. Alright, now that the excess water is off, should be able to see there is a big sort of slime patch there, a little bit of grime in there, maybe it could be the onset of mold there. Definitely got some mold in here, so we're going to give this a spray with some hydrogen peroxide. Hopefully get rid of the mold. Alright, so now I sprayed up with some hydrogen peroxide. Let's take the ring off of this. There we go. So I don't know if it's showing on camera, but it is really dirty. But if we just give it a quick wipe, I'll get rid of the cloth, just swing it around, fingers both sides. You can already see most of it has come off. So I'm just going to soak this in some hydrogen peroxide. I might just put it down here and see how that goes. But we're going to leave this for a little bit. I'm going to go out, get some lunch, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it goes.
1 hour later.
First off, this is the O-ring we had soaking. It's not really not perfect, as you can see, possibly there, still a bit, and a little bit down there, but it's better than it was, and this is my bathroom, so I don't really mind. Now let's go. This, oh yeah, that wasn't mold, that's just, well, it has come off immediately. Let's give this a quick wipe down. You can see how much of this is actually coming off just with that little soak. That's just a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, which yes, is a stronger chemical than what we normally use for bathrooms, but that's just to get rid of the mold that was in that sink little section there. See, there's still a little bit left. I'm going to soak that over time, but that's just a little more in there. Let's get inside as well. There's actually some crap in there. And I'm not going to go too hard on this today. I'm not going to get it perfect. This is just to get it better. So I'm not doing that much here. Yeah, look how much that's improved, just that little bit there. So we're going to put the hydrogen peroxide away and come back with the green bathroom cleaner. Give this a spray. We're going to do the mirror as well. Close. And yes, I should be using my respirator for this as well. Let's go get the squeegee. We're going to finish the mirror. Alright, squeegee on the mirror. There we go. Nice, quick, easy. Wipe it with microfiber, get the actual bits off, get the streaks out. Damn, that looks much, much better. Now, we do normally take a little longer to do things in your bathrooms as well, just because we are being a bit more perfectionist. But this is my house. My personal preference is quick, easy, I don't have to do much. I'm lazy like that. When it comes to your house, we aren't. We get as good as we can. Alright, now that bathroom cleaner is sat for a little bit, let's come back through with another chucks. Different chemical, different chucks. Don't want to mix chemicals where you don't have to. Although mixing hydrogen peroxide and the bathroom cleaner on the same surface isn't an issue. And you're going to wipe the underside of the plug as well. Because while you think it's not visible, it really is. That little bit of mold that's on the O-ring, I'm going to be able to see anytime I use the bathroom. And that already looks the hell of a lot better. But we're not done with that yet. But wait, there's more. We're going to wipe down here with the chucks first. Get all the can out of the corners. Can off of this. A little bit that's stuck just from being our toothpaste. Grab our chucks, grab our microfiber, and we're going to actually start up the top here. As you know, work top down. I'm going to get all of this. So I always go with the microfiber afterwards just to pick up all the hairs and stuff that doesn't get picked up by the chucks. The chucks doesn't have the same capability as a microfiber to pick up stuff that more spreads things around. We're going to microfiber in the plug. Or the plug, that's nice and clean up there. But there's still some bits in here, so I'm going to give that another spray. I'm going to wipe down here first. See where else needs a spray. Look at that, that's looking much better. It's not perfect yet, but that actually looks somewhat white. But now that's done, let's go get the spray again. So, back with the bathroom spray. I'm just going to spray in here, get into those grooves, spray on here. And if that yellowish, if that staining that's yellow there doesn't come off with this lot, I am going to spray some hydrogen peroxide on there. That should give it the whitening effect. Hydrogen peroxide is actually what's used in wrap cleaner as well to give it that whitening effect. But let's grab our microfiber. We know we don't need the chucks for this one, because everything has already been spread around. Get this into this groove. Look at that. Alrighty, so that is that done. Give this another wipe. Alright, so that doesn't look like it's got the yellowing up. I'm not sure if you're able to see the yellowing over here, down here, and I'm pretty sure you can probably see in the corner there and there, but it's a bit of a yellow stain there, just from where things have sat for so long. So we're going to get the hydrogen peroxide out, spray all in the sink again, and change our microfiber so we're not mixing chemicals again. Now, do you know what you're probably thinking about the not mixing chemicals? Oh, Tim, you're spraying these straight on, you're not mixing them off between. Yes, technically I am mixing chemicals, but when it's on the surface and it's being wiped off, there's not enough there to make any form of serious or dangerous chemical reaction. As I said earlier, these are okay to mix as well. You're not going to cause an explosion mixing these two chemicals together.
5 minutes later.
I can see a bit that yellowing has gone. I don't know if you guys can see it. We're going to give this a quick wipe down. It's not perfect, as I said, Not going for perfect, but I do want it to be better than it was, and it already is by a long shot. Let's just scrub that a little bit out there. This looks a lot better. Like I said, we would actually spend more time on this in your place, trying to get rid of those yellow marks all across here, spread that little bit of mold in there, and actually go get the scrubbing brush and scrub in there. But we would pull this out, give this a good go. And now the only thing left in this is putting this back on, which, as mentioned earlier, it just screws on and off. And if it's the pop up. So we're going to give this, put these away, give this a quick rinse, and then that will be that. So we're going to wipe this down, just dry it off a bit. I am using the same cloth that I use for the green chemical, because we don't normally rinse the green chemical off. It is specifically made for bathrooms and it can stay on there and it will be perfectly fine. It is non-toxic to us, will not burn you or anything. It just has a bit of a smell at the start when it's being sprayed. But that said, that's now dried off, rinsed off, looking a lot better. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to take my gloves off. The gloves were purely for the hydrogen peroxide. So was the rinse. So hydrogen peroxide does cause some chemical burns in large amounts. So I'm going to take that off. And voila!